Hi everyone, today we're down in my studio and you can see that's all my stuff behind me, and I thought we would talk about what to pack in a beach bag. Since spring break is coming up and also summer is right around the corner, I thought it'd be fun to do a little video on beach bags. Now my favorite beach bag that I like to take to the beach is a Scout bag, and I'm so excited because I just got a new shipment in. I haven't even monogrammed anything yet, but this is one of the new ones that we just got. And you can see it's really roomy and it's huge and it's waterproof, and I got a bunch of new designs, so they're really great. And if you want it monogrammed, the monogram will go right on the front. So I have lots of different sizes. That is the original size. I have a giant one. If you have kids, it's great. Then I have a smaller one with the zip top, and then the mini one. And I think they're just the best beach bags ever. I've used mine, for years and years and years. So anyway, now that we have our beach bag, the next thing is a towel. So once you figure out what beach bag you want to take to the beach, the next thing we need to do is figure out what kind of towel we want to take. Now I'm excited to say that I've just started doing applique towels, and this is one of the patterns that I have. You can go on my website, www.silverneedledesigns.com, and check them out. I think it makes a really cute gift, or even for yourself. It's unusual. It's not the same kind of monogram that you see all the time. If you don't like the applique, then you can always go for the traditional monogram. Those are on my website as well. So we have our towel, which is very important. Maybe sometimes you like to take 2 towels to the beach. The other thing I like to have, of course, is my camera. I have, of course, my cute little pink camera. You got to have that all the time. And I like to keep it in this case so we can keep out all the sand and any kind of yucky stuff that you find out on the beach. Also, I would always have my flip camera, which I can't show you because I'm using it right now, but I always take that. The other thing I always like to take to the beach is my phone. Now I will put my phone in a plastic baggie to keep the sand and the water and whatever else kind of stuff that you get out on the beach. In fact, sometimes if my kids are with me and my husband's with me, I won't even take my phone because I get really nervous that it's going to get ruined. I do have an iPhone, but I don't use it with the music when I'm out on the beach. Instead, I take my iPod because I feel like if something happens to this, I'm not going to be as upset about it. It's not going to be as expensive to replace, and I don't think it's going to get ruined as easily. So I have my iPhone with, my iPod with all my tunes on it, and of course I have my headphones. So it's great to have out there on the beach to listen to your music. The other thing I like to have is, this is just like a little, I believe it's a Vera Bradley like wallet sort of thing. It has a place in the front to put your driver's license. You can put a credit card, a couple bucks, put your room key or your car key on it, and that way you don't have to carry around your wallet all the time. So I think it's a really great thing to have, and it doesn't take up a lot of room. Obviously we need some sunglasses out there, so I have my great big sunglasses that my kids tease me about all the time. But I think they're great because I have fair skin and I want to keep as much sun away from my skin as I can. So don't forget your sunglasses because you don't want to damage the retinas of your eyes. Also, we want to keep ourselves hydrated. So I like to use a reusable water bottle for my water. It's good for the environment. It keeps it pretty cold. This is one of the metal ones, and I like this one because it has a little sip top, and so I can just sip it instead of having to unscrew it and drink out of it. And I can also put ice in it. So I like to have that. Now, when I'm not drinking water, occasionally I like to have a different kind of beverage, and in order to keep that cool, I will use my Cozy. Again, you can get these on the website. You can pick out the color ribbon that you want, the font, different color koozies, so that's great for your alternative beverage. While we're drinking, we also might want to have a snack. So for me, I like to have a banana as a great snack because I feel like it's not going to get a bunch of sand in it because it's in its own little covering. Now I realize this banana is like so green, but I just bought a whole bunch of them at Costco and they haven't turned yet. And here's a little tip about bananas. If you keep them together on the bunch, they will continue to ripen, but if you pull it off like this one, it will not ripen anymore. So this is as ripe as this banana is going to get. I also, with my fruit, I like to have nuts. Almonds are my favorite. I love these little individual packages. And if you're lucky enough to live near a Trader Joe's, you can get them at Trader Joe's. So that's a great healthy snack for you out on the beach. Now, of course, before you eat, you want to get your hands all clean, so I always keep a box or a bag or I don't know what this is, a little container of wipes out there. And I like to use the wipes more than the squeeze stuff, because the squeeze stuff just kind of rubs the sand into your skin. So I like to use the wipes to get all the sand completely off of my hands. Let's talk about sunscreen and that sort of thing. Now I have a bunch of different kinds in here. I keep them in a plastic baggie because you never know when they're going to squirt out and get all over everything. I have two sons and they really like the spray. I like the spray too. I just don't feel like you get a lot in a can. There's 4 people in my family, and after 2 days at the beach, the can is done. So I do like the spray, especially for their hairy legs, but it doesn't last quite as long as, say, in a bottle. Also, don't forget to get something for your lips that has SPF in it. Your lips are very sensitive out there. I like to put on my chapstick and then put on a little gloss as well, so you're not, so dull. I'm not the type of person that's going to get all full made up to go out to the beach. I'll put on some moisturizer with some SPF 25 in it, and then apply the rest of it to my body. Also, I like to have bug spray just in case. You never know. I have been to the beach at certain times and there was gnats everywhere, and so I really do like to just have a can of bug spray on hand for that purpose as well. As long as we're talking about staying out of the sun, I always have a hat. I know a lot of people like a big wide brim hat. I like a baseball hat or baseball cap. I unfortunately have a really small head, and this is the only baseball cap that I found that fits my head. I do have baseball caps on my website that you can get monogrammed. As you can see, I did put my name on the back of this one, but I do sell them on my website, so you can check that out. And also for feet, I love my Havaianas. I collect them. They're great, but sometimes I want a little change. So I have these as well. These are my monogram flip-flops. You can see these on my website too. They're fun. They're a little bit higher heel. They're Velcro. So you can adjust them. So if you have a narrower foot or a wider foot, they're great because you can really fit them to your feet. Waterproof on the bottom, and they're really comfy. Also, I like to talk about what do we bring for our hair, ladies. I like to bring a wide tooth comb. It's much easier on your hair when you're combing through. You're not going to get so many breaks and that sort of thing. Ponytail holder. I have really thin hair, so I get to use the little baby ponytail holders. But I like to keep a ponytail holder with me, and also a hair clip to just wrap my hair up and clip it on the back too. Also, I like to have reading material out there. So I usually take a book with me that I like to read. I like to read fluff. I'll admit it. I'm on the beach to relax. I don't want to have to think a lot and read something terrible or worrisome. So I like to read some fluff. I also like to have magazines. I usually like to have a magazine for my fashion. Of course, you gotta have a People magazine out there to keep up on all the celebrity scoop. And then I like to have a magazine about cooking or food or that sort of thing. So I have a little bit of variety. Also, I always like to keep a Frisbee in my bag because you can get bored just sitting down there. And Frisbee, anybody can play, and it's really easy and a lot of fun and great exercise running on the beach. I'd also like to talk about self-tanners. Like I said, am very fair, and the one that I like to use is from Bath & Body Works, and it's called Glow and Steady. And I like this one, because some of them that I've tried have not a very good smell to them. This one is, the smell is really light and it's not too harsh. Also, I put it on every day, and it'll get to a certain point of darkening, and then it sort of stops. And for me, I don't want to look like I have on something because I am so fair. The other thing I like about this one is when you get in the water, it doesn't wash off. Where I have been have put this stuff on and then gone in the water, and it's like half my leg is brown and half of my leg is not because it's washed off. So I don't like that look at all. So what I'd like for you to do is leave a comment in the comment box and let me know, what do you put in your beach bag that I didn't suggest, or what did I put in that you thought was kind of crazy. I'd love to know where you're going to the beach, if you're going on a spring break or even this summer. I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel as well, and then that way you always know when I have a new video coming up. Also, everything that I showed you that was monogrammed, you can get at my website, www.silverneedledesigns.com. Thank you so much for joining me on our beach bag tutorial, and I look forward to your comments. Thank you. And I almost forgot, if you go and order something on my website, if you would put in the code that will be on the sidebar, you'll get 10% off of any order. So make sure and check out the code when you go to my website and put it in the code box so you can get your 10% off. Thanks!